Hey, hi everyone. Good morning. This is Siddhart. I'm basically customer success team lead here at Reelo, and today we'll be discussing about the power of loyalty and membership during Festive. So let me start. So what is Festive Surge? Basically, in the F&B industry, what we have seen is that during Festive Surge, lot of customers tend to go out, and they like people who do not normally go out also tend to go out and visit new places. So what happens? Basically, you see a lot of crowd and you see a aggressive boost in terms of business. Suddenly, a lot of restaurants start dropping their current offers and try to retain their get new customers and retain their guests. But what happens exactly? So, firstly, we see a lot of new customers coming into the place, but after the festive rush, we see that these customers are not becoming a repeat guest. So the problem here is that a lot of guests, a lot of customers that ideally we feel that these will be our repeat customers do not tend to come back. So the business boost that we see in the month of October, November, and December, we see a huge drop in terms of revenue in the month of Jan, Feb, and March. So what should we do? So how do we keep our customers getting them back in the month of Feb, March? Because we see a lot of drop-offs happening during that season. Now, what do other restaurants do, and how do we need to cater that to that particular customers? So yeah, so what is the psychology of festival first? We have to understand that customers are very high on emotions. They tend to just go out, visit new places, stay late nights, and then we see these are the particular customers where we feel that that's the right market to tap because these customers have a very high transaction value because they are going out in festivals and the spending capacity is higher. But do we see that these customers come back repeatedly to the same place? No. Even in the festive seasons, they tend to go out to new places. Now, what happens? Now, even if my place has the best ambience, I'm having the best food, but customers tend to switch because there's no brand connect happening, which is very important for any brand to work during these festival times. Now, how do we have a brand connect? So, firstly, we need to know that do we know our customers? Uh, does our customer how will I know if that customer has come to my brand for the first time? Where did they get the reference from? Or was it my social media ads that were working, or was it word of mouth it was working? How did the customer come back to us? And that is very important question to understand because the graphs might show that my footfall has increased, my average transaction value has increased, uh, my offers, my discounting have like there's a significant less discounting that we do basically, and a lot of transactions increase. Similarly, we see a dip in online ordering. So now the most important part here is data. How will I use the data of these customers who are coming during festivals? Now, for that, I have to collect the customer data, which is their phone numbers. So if I have their numbers, at least we can try and sending them campaigns. We can enroll them into our loyalty programs. Now, what is a loyalty program? Is it similar to discounting? No, absolutely not. Discounting is that we are giving discount to all the customers. Now, if I am giving, for example, 20% offer, my competitor might give them 30% offer and the customer might go. So, and then this is a vicious cycle. We all understand how discounting is been running. And even if I give, we have seen restaurants who give up to 50% discount also. But are they able to get that customer back with the discounting? No, because discounting is a very different game where and there are a lot of of discounts. We have seen staggered discount where if you go first time, you go at 30%, and then you go next time, then it drops to 20%, then 10%. So staggered discounting is also something that has been running. But discounting doesn't help you connect with your customers. Do they understand my brand value? Do they understand what are the best foods that I serve, or what kind of ambience I am doing, or what kind of, for example, I'm launching a new dining menu. Will I be able to tap into that customers? Or will I be able to get different from discounting? So basically, loyalty is something. For example, Siddharth is a customer. He visited first time. Now you are giving me some points, and this is just because you want this customer to be a loyal customer. Now, if I have some points, for example, 100 points, now I'm getting 100 points. How will I use that 100 points? In a discounting, when discounting comes into picture, then it's a flat discount. Like every time any customer goes, there's no loyalty, there's no personalization for that particular customer. But in loyalty, I have 100 points. Somebody else might have 500 points because they have been visiting that restaurant for five times in a 2 month span. So then that customer will have higher points. Now that points enable me as a customer to go to that particular restaurant and use my points, and which is very important because then I have a personal connect with that brand. I know that this brand is only giving me points when I visit them. So in that way, what happens is the customer frequency increases. Now, the repeat transactions that particular customer does is higher, is comparatively very high. The amount the customer spends is again consistent because now this customer is coming repeatedly to you. And sorry, and the word of mouth increases because now I exactly go to the same particular restaurant. So I will recommend this to my friends and family that you can go to that restaurant and you will get points or coins or whatever branding you want to do. So then loyalty comes into picture, which is a very, very crucial part because now I exactly know the patterns of my customer. Now, exactly once I have the data of my customers, I exactly know what is their buying behavior, how much do they tend to spend, how much these customers are coming, what is the frequency. And these are very, very important questions which we might not know, because if I have a floating customers which are due to discounting, I'm doing a very rigorous discounting. When I do floating discounting, it is very tough for me as a brand to understand the frequency of my customer, or to understand the buying behavior of my customer, or to understand the patterns, which are the cuisines my customers like. Or because these are not and these are first time customers who came because of discounting, now they might come and order some particular cuisine which it's just one time, because if they are not coming back again, it's very tough for us to segregate that customers. But when it comes to loyal customers, so in terms of economics, if we speak, so if I have, for example, 50% of my customers as my loyal customers, I exactly know that this is the amount of revenue that I am definitely going to make. This revenue is consistent for me throughout the year. And then my cost of acquisition for new customers goes down because I already have a set of customers which are fixed customers, which will give me absolute revenue. And then whatever customers I'm getting in advance or newer customers, I can work on them. And my cost of acquisition also goes down because word of mouth begins. A lot of customers get referrals and then they start to join in. Now, coming back to loyalty. Now, At Reelo, we have JK Burgers. Everybody has an idea about JK Burgers. They are the biggest burger chains in India. Now, they started with their loyalty program, and their loyalty program does wonders in terms of the loyalty points the brand gives to their customers and the redemptions. So it's not only about giving points. Now, even if I am a brand and I set up a loyalty program which does not give the customer the right value they deserve, then my loyalty program is not going to work. So it's equally strategic to create a very good loyalty program. So when we create a loyalty program, we need to understand that what are we giving to our customers. Now, for example, I am a brand, and now if you can see on the screen for Jumbo King Burgers, like in 350 points, they get a softie, and they are giving a free item. And these are all their best selling items which a customer earns. So they have gamified this. When you do gamification, so what happens is customers tend to actually come and save on their points, try to get the better item, or try to jump levels. Like for example, 350 points I have, okay, I don't spend it. I keep it till 550, then I get a free Coke. If I still keep it, then I get a Mumbai burger, and then the list goes on. So what happens is when I'm gamifying this, customer also tends to collect their points and redeem it as a for a great or better reward. So creating a loyalty program is very very important. Now, how do you do that? Firstly, I need to understand that which industry or which is my customer audience. Now, if I know my customer is a fine dine, so free items would not work that great. I need a better offering for that particular customers. So it can be basically giving them something non-discounted, or on your birthdays and anniversaries, giving you a free table at my restaurant. Personalized touch to the customers. Now, for example, if I'm a QSR, free items would work wonders because I know the customer frequency is high and the repeat turn is also higher. So that is how you create a great loyalty program. Okay. Now, festive rewards that actually work. So now we can see on the screen, like Amazon does great Indian festival. Flipkart has their own the festival which recently went. So what happens when we give limited time offers? What happens is psychologically customers think that okay, if I don't grab it now, it will be like I won't get this offer again. So they give great discount, great offer that particular time. Ideally, that's a reverse strategy. A lot of F&B brands stop discounting because they want to take the entire transaction with the full amount. They do not do discounting. They reduce discounts. They stop marketing, and they do a lot of organic marketing. But I guess that is the time where we should do aggressive marketing campaigns. And then that is the time where we should ideally have our loyalty and membership programs live. Because this, we want to turn our customers rather than getting one time revenue. We need our customers to give them regular revenue to us and come to us for the experience they have. Now, then there are tiered rewards, which is again loyalty rewards, where customers go spend a certain amount and then they get surprises, like we saw for JK Burgers, what they do. So that is something that works really great in the F&B world, where customer is spending a certain amount and then they are getting something. And third is the gamified experience, which we have saw in Instagram and the social media that it has recently started, where a lot of customers are getting gamification. In like now you can see this is something. Then there's a dice game in European countries in their restaurants. Now there's something that they have started called dice game, where you put a dice and you get the exact discount. So now people are trying to try a lot of new rewards or something exciting. But ideally, what is the goal for this? The goal is to get the customer uh, think that the brand is doing something for me. From a point like doing gamifications and all this creates a psychological impact, which I feel that okay, great. Now for example, I'll just say if I go on my birthday or on my anniversary and the brand gives me a pastry, for example, I'm definitely going to remember the brand for a lifetime because they went out of their way to give me something that was not even promised. I never expected that I'm going to get that. But how do you do that? Now at Reelo, what we have is called auto campaigns. So auto campaigns is something. Now, for example, I have Siddhart's customer data. I know that I have his number. I know that he has his birthday is on 7th June. So what happens is when I set up an auto campaign, I do not need to manually set up anything. Now, on the 1st of June, Siddharth is going to get a notification from us that hey, happy birthday, we are offering you a 20% discount or a free item for your birthday. Now what happens is when I'm planning my birthday party somewhere and I get this message from a particular brand, I feel that okay, I get a brand recall. The first thing is I get the brand recall that I have visited this brand 3 months back, but so considerate of them. They remember my birthday. They have sent me a birthday discount, and that is specifically only to me. So from a customer POV, uh, we I'll like out of three brands that I have thought of going, I'm definitely going to prioritize the brand from whom I've got that particular WhatsApp message. So now what happens is that this particular customer is on his birthday, any which ways a customer goes and spends higher amount on their birthday. So this customer is also going to go to that restaurant and do a higher transaction value. This we have seen in a lot of brands wherever their auto campaigns is active for birthday, anniversary, they are getting a higher transaction value because customers tend to splurge out money on their birthdays and anniversaries because these are special occasions for them. Okay. Now coming to membership. Now what is membership? Is it extended loyalty? No. Membership uh, is a feature, is a product that we have created. So to get our customers, like give them something that they are not still getting on loyalty, and this is better than all the offers combined. Like it can be discounts, loyalty, everything, but this is a combined thing that we get. The customer gets a lot of priority access, they get exclusive events, they get personal perks, they get giftable connections, and all of these are part of the membership what they get. Now, why is membership important for me? As a brand, what do I get from membership? So from a brand point of view, if somebody buys my membership, I exactly know that these are my super loyal customers. Secondly, I get upfront revenue from these customers, which is very, very important. If a customer is prepaying for their experience that they haven't even utilized, then that creates a great brand value. Now, I'll just simplify memberships. Now, what happens if a customer, why will a customer buy? The first thing is, even if I create a great membership, what motivates my customer to buy a membership? So, the motivation factor is what is the value they're getting. Now, for example, if I'm buying a membership of 5,000 rupees, for example, we have a brand called Slay Coffee. Now, they have a membership for coffee. Now, why will I get that membership? Why will I buy that membership? Now, if the value, the perceived value, not the exact value, the perceived value should be way more higher from a brand POV. Now, if I buy, for example, a 2000 rupees coffee pass and I am getting 20 coffees, where the average cost for per coffee is 250 rupees. So, you see the amount I'm paying versus the perceived value I'm getting. Now, what happens is every day I can go and redeem one coffee. Now, from a customer, it's very good that they feel that, yeah, I'm getting a great offer, I'm paying half the money. And the brand also the brand also might feel that, okay, we are giving them a lot of offers, but what is the cost for this? So when you break down and you, on a granular level, if you see, then the cost that the customer buys for that membership, we get it on the first month itself. How? Now the customer buys that membership, they go to the restaurant, they go to the cafe, sorry, and they buy the coffee. Once they buy the coffee, it's not that they'll only buy the coffee, they buy sides with along with that. I can get a pizza, I will get a sandwich. So what happens is the average transaction value increases, but that customer is going to stick to that particular brand because I have a membership for Slay Coffee. I'm not going to go to any other brand for buying coffee. So that creates a difference. If I'm not going to any other brand for buying a coffee, so I'm going to that particular brand. Now I'll call all my friends, family, everybody to that particular brand because I have a membership at that place. So my frequency increases, my turnout repeat ratio is high, where I'm only coming back to that particular place and redeeming my free item. But along with that, I'm also giving them additional revenue. Now, so this is the way where we have to create a membership, where the membership's perceived value should be so higher, like the customer gets enticed to buy it at the first time. But if you are creating a membership where you are offering a membership of 2000 rupees and you're giving the value only of 2200 or 2300, the customer might not pay it upfront because they feel that, okay, this I don't drink coffee a lot. Why should I come? But if you are giving a 2500 rupees membership and a 5,000 rupees perceived value for that, what happens is that particular customer is going to, even if my buying behavior is not having coffee every day, just out of curiosity, I'll buy that because I know that I might miss on the deal. Now, how can you leverage your membership? How, if now once, now the step one is creating a great membership. I have created a great membership. Now, how do I see that the membership is working? Firstly, I have to enable my staff. My staff will is the biggest promoter of my membership because they interact with the clients every day. Now they know they have their own regular clients. Now if they motivate their clients to buy memberships, then automatically half my marketing cost is saved here. Secondly, now comes to marketing. Now how do I market it? There are a lot of channels. You can use your social media to leverage that. You can optimize your social media for that. You can do a lot of activities for making your membership live. But now comes the part, I have to create the membership in such a way that my customers not only buy the membership, they also recommend it to their friends. So there should be a referral bonus attached to it, where if my loyal customer is helping one of his friend buy the membership, there should be a referral there. So you have to think, because membership is a very very new thing that is launched in the market, and it's the best time for any brand to enter because as it's new, so you have the first mover advantage. The first mover advantage will help you in creating the membership before even competitor starts. And now if you have for example you are in area, for example you are in an area where there are 5 brands and my brand has started membership at first. So what happens is all the customers that I am getting to my brand that particular day and converting them as a loyal member, what is going to happen is that these particular customers are only going to come to me. So their chance of going to other brands exploring different places reduces. And once I see a good amount of crowd coming there using their membership, my place is always full. If my place is always full, it always will attract newer customers to come to that place rather than going somewhere else. So the first mover advantage of presenting membership is the most important factor. Now you can leverage membership everywhere. Now if you ask me as a brand consultant what I should do is create a great membership, go uh, sell out the go sell all my memberships. Secondly, in my online orders, I can put QR codes. At Reelo, we have the option where you can put a QR code and ask your customers to scan that and then get enrolled. It's as simple because we are a digital first nation right now where everything is happening digitally. Earlier, there used to be punch cards and everything, but as we are a digital first, it's very important for us to make the process very smoother. Now, one second. I can. I'll just show you the reload dashboard. One second. Give me. And it's very simple for any brand to create their own membership because you just the strategy part here would be not to create membership because it's a very seamless process that we have, but to strategize your membership. How do you want to plan out your membership and then create 3 months, 6 months, 9 months goal? Like what is the number that I want to achieve? Uh, yes, Mr. Naresh, you will get the recording for this. I'll just show you my dummy dashboard how easy it is to create a membership. So this is the Reelo dashboard. This is my dashboard. So I don't have currently anything activated. But if I'll just give you a walkthrough of the dashboard itself, here you can track all your business and everything. And then all these, so this is what I was talking about, the customer frequency. I exactly know what is the customer frequency. Now you might be thinking that where is Zelo getting this data from? This data is directly coming in from your POS. So we have a direct integration with your POS where we can get all the customer data. We understand their frequency and we exactly know now if I want to send a campaign, for example, I know exactly that I'll send it only to the customers who have visited first time and they haven't visited second time. One second. I think my give me 1 second. There's some. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's visible now. Great. So that is what I was speaking about customer frequency. Now, this is how you can track your customer frequency, which is a very important thing because we ideally, what I've seen in traditional businesses, I've spoken to a lot of business owners and they say that my repeat ratio is very high. And when I ask them, how do you know that your repeat is very good? They say that I've seen that customer's face and that customer is repeatedly coming back. But ideally, in terms of data, because now we are data enabled and like now this is the big thing. If you don't know exactly how your customer, what is the buying frequency, what is the repeat ratio, you exactly are losing that customer. If my first time, so what I've seen in a lot of brands, because I deal with the country's biggest brands, and we have seen that there's a big drop off between their first time to second time customer. Now what is happening? Why as a brand am I losing customers? Because I am not there might so there are multiple reasons. There might be multiple reasons. It might be that customer didn't like my experience. So if my customer is not did not like the experience, did they give a feedback? Because it's very tough for me to go and check on the different aggregator platforms or Google or any other online aggregators to go and check. But what will happen if the customer is directly getting a feedback message? I came there. I am a customer. I came down to the restaurant. I had a great meal. I had a great evening. But the food was late, or when I asked for the bill, the cashier was late, or they were. I felt I did not feel the experience was good at the later half. What will I do? Then if I get a message from the brand directly on my WhatsApp that okay, how was your experience? Give a feedback. And once I give the feedback, you'll be able to track the feedback here. You can also give them responses from here itself. So because it's a dummy account, I'm not able to show you the real data, but you will be able to see all your data. You can also see your customer testimonials. You can see your customer suggestions, which is your negative reviews. And if a customer is giving a positive review, they will be redirected direct to Google. So these are all the things. So we are trying to create an ecosystem here at Relo where from the start of from getting the customers to retaining the customers to having the customer as your biggest loyal customers, we are creating this ecosystem. Now coming to membership. Okay, is it? It is loading. Great. So now you can see unlock new revenue system, build customer loyalty with membership. So now you can see what are the benefits of membership that we discussed on this call. Increased cash flow. So cash flow increases because customer is paying this upfront. driving repeat visits. The customer is repeatedly coming to me. So that means the frequency of the customer or the buying behavior of the customer is changing because of this membership. If a customer, like we discussed previously in the video, if a customer does not have coffee every weekend or every week, but my membership is created in a way where I'm giving them free coffee every day. So whenever this happens, the customer's buying behavior changes. Now they also tend to, okay, let me go back again. I already have a membership. Let me go and redeem it. Or let me call one of my friend there. So what happens is your customers also tending to come to your restaurant along with their friends, families, everybody. So that is giving you a boost, huge. Firstly, you are getting increased cash flow because of upfront payment. Secondly, the average transaction value increases. Third, where if a customer is coming to me for once in a month and they are paying 500 rupees compared to the customer coming 4 weeks in a month, that is 2000 rupees I'm getting from that particular customer. So it increases my cash flow again. And then brand recall boost, it any which ways happens, because when you are sending a lot of campaigns and you are setting up the membership. So I'll quickly show you how to set up a membership. So this is what our product does, is like you can launch a membership in less than 2 minutes. Now there are two types of memberships that we have. One is the prepaid wallet. So what is the difference between both? So these are both are different kinds of membership. So reward bundles is, for example, I want to give my customer 20% on their first visit, 20% on all their visits. Second, I want to give them free item. Third, I want to give them some cash, like it's a cash discount. And fourth, I can give them anything else. So this is a bundle where I'm rewarding, where I'm bundling all the rewards into one, and then the customer buys it. Second is like a prepaid wallet, which Starbucks does. Now, for example, my brand has a prepaid wallet, which Nini's has. It's an Ahmedabad-based brand. What happens is customer buys that prepaid wallet. Now, for example, I am giving you, if you buy a 2000 rupees wallet from me, or if you buy a 2000 rupees membership from me, I'll give you 3000 points. But the only catch is you can redeem it here at my place. This is a great way of getting prepaid revenue and pushing your customers to buy this. Now, prepaid wallet does wonders for a very different, like all the categories. It will be a great thing because now customer doesn't have to carry their cash. They already have their wallet. And how is it linked? This is all linked to the customer's phone number. Once on the POS, I'm punching the customer's phone number, I'll be able to see all their points and rewards. Okay. Now coming to reward bundle, how can we set it up? It's pretty easy. I'm really sorry for the internet issue on my end. So, so we also have recordings. I'm really sorry for this. There's some pretty bad internet issues, but I guess it's loading now. Yes, so this is my, I have created this. So this is my Ragatantra premium pack. You can also change your membership title. You can give as whatever description you want. You can change your theme color. You can add your logo. Now coming to benefits, and this is a very pretty cool UI that we have created, which looks very aesthetic and a new age kind of thing, which you want to create. Now what I want to create is I have kept as 20% off on entire purchase. Get a one free coffee. I want to give them daily one free coffee. So you can set up your frequency like that, once a day, once a week, once a month, or you can also do it custom. Now custom, I can select how many times. Now, for example, my membership is only for 30 days. So I'll do 15 days. So customer can come and take their 15 coffees any time of the month. They can come every day and take three coffees, and in 5 days they use it entirely. I can put the cappings. But if you take my recommendation, I would say suggest that do not put a lot of cappings, because capping creates creates confusion. Customers get confused, they do not understand what is it. So let's keep it very, very simple. So that is why I do not recommend any capping. Like we also can put a capping on minimum purchase for redeeming reward. This ideally you can do if you are giving a great reward. Now, for example, 30% or 40 or 50% off on entire purchase only on one day, only one redemption. There you can put a minimum purchase, because there you do not want to lose out your the cash flow. You do not want to give a very high discounting and create a very wrong expectation for the customer. Now, exclusive access. Now you can also create no discount rewards. Now these are the rewards that are linked to the POS system, which we can map, and the flow would be very, very simple and easy, where the customer can just go give their buy their membership and then go to the restaurant, just give their phone numbers. Once my number is punched on the POS is going to show the all the rewards or whatever I have. And once I keep on using it, it will also keep on showing me that how many rewards are left for me. So this is as simple. Now comes to TNC. So you can take a lot of time creating this end to end, put great descriptions. You can use AI for that. Now expiry, I can set up expiry. I would recommend keep your membership 3 months or 6 months, depending on whatever reward you're doing. So now then you can set up your reward reminder, everything. Then you can just save it and launch it. So it's that simple. And how will the customer pay? We have basically a Razor Pay attached with us. We have the Razor Pay API with us, where the customers can directly go scan the QR, pay it through Razor Pay. We get the money in our account, and then basically you can do the process. So it's a very pretty simple process. You won't get confused here. Now let's get back to our presentation. I hope this session is exciting. Great. So gift that gives giving. This is basically when somebody gifts you a membership. Now, as Raksha Bandhan is coming, because in India we have a lot of festivals. Like in Diwali, you can give somebody a membership of your favorite place or their favorite place. Just buy a membership, give it to them, gift it to them. And it's a new way of gifting, where you are giving them exactly the value what the customer is going to enjoy or the customer is going to like. So you can do that. Great. Now, what is the onboarding journey? Now, for example, a customer came to your restaurant in Diwali. I gave my phone number. The customer data is now with me. Now I can send them a thank you message. Thank you for celebrating your Diwali with us. And then you have earned a certain points. You can also give them certain points. You can segregate your customers into different segments. We have a great filtration where you can exactly segregate all your customers into different buckets and send them campaigns. So you do not do a blast marketing, which is currently going on in the F&B industry, where you're doing a blast marketing rather than doing segmentation of your customers and sending them campaigns, which will create the right expectations. Now this is how exactly the customer journey is going to be. It's pretty simple. Now, Grace Coffee's success challenge, success. Basically they was seeing a huge challenge in converting their festival visitors into their regular visitors. The solution was we started with the loyalty is working really great right now. They are also into membership, where you can see that the return rate of the customers increased, because what happens is when we have the exact customer data with us, we know exactly what my customer like, what is their transaction, and I can exactly tap into the right market with the right value for my loyalty or membership. So this is how we plan to do that. Now, this is a very important part, which is your festive loyalty action plan. Now, why it is important and why am I emphasizing this on festivals? Because festivals are the right time to target your audience. It's the perfect way where you can you are getting a lot of traction from the customers, you are getting new customers. So it's the best time to set up your membership and make sure it is go live ready. do an end-to-end test and start immediately with setting up your membership and start explaining your staff. Do a great staff training, do a great marketing deck, create your all the BTL activities where you have your standees, tent cards, everything at place, so that whenever a customer walks in, they at least get a chance to see. Even if I look there, here, there, everywhere, the membership should be something that should stick with me. And then once I have the attention of that customers, my staff should be equipped with pre-festive gift membership setup. The timeline should be October. Now expected impact is 40% gift uptake. This is what is the current industry standards that we have studied. Now in the peak season, double up your rewards. This should be from December 1st to 25th, where we see a 200% sign up boost, because when you increase the rewards, automatically customer boosting increases, because the sign up increases because customer wants to know. Because now we have seen a lot of these things coming up that customers are not giving my phone numbers. What should we do? So this is a great way. Membership, loyalty program. This is the best way to get your customer number. You can just ask the customers that we are doing a loyalty program. That is the reason we are taking your number, so that we can gift you better points, or your birthdays or your anniversaries will give you a special reward. So this is very important. Now post holiday, you can do a welcome series where, because now the customers, now the footfall has decreased, customers are now again going back into their regular buying behavior. This is the best time to send them your campaigns of welcome back, which is again AI automated. We can send them the right campaigns, auto campaigns to these particular customers. Then in quarter one, our focus should be retention, absolute retention of the customers that, and as we saw on the dashboard, we can see first time, second time, third time visitors. You can create your retention planning accordingly. Now, for a long term, you can start up your own referral program, which is again reward bundles membership, where customers refer each other rewards, and what existing customer gets some reward, and the newer customers you see a 25% new acquisition, and it significantly reduces the acquisition cost of your customer. Great. My entire session. I know you would have a lot of questions. Definitely, you can put up your questions here, and our team is going to look after it. And what I would suggest, if you are a new user, please go down to Reelo, log in, and see the entire workflow, how it works. And you'll understand how seamless it is. It does not require any tech skills or anything. It's just one clicks integration and everything would be sorted. Great. Thank you everyone for joining the session. Have a great day and a great evening.